Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Glassman's World. So check this out. This is a small little garden here, but it's got a pretty good harvest. Been harvesting here every week now, and coming up with different things. This used to look like this over here, barren, nothing. This grass actually wasn't here, and it's finally just growing back and coming back. This agave I transplanted there, so that area looks pretty nice. And got the grass coming up now, coming around the side here. So got a nice little patch of grass that used to only come to about here, and now it's extended this way, extending out to there. You can see a little bit more patches. That's all like bindweed or marigolds or some kind of flower there, but you can see the grass patches right there. So this should all fill in, and it's slowly coming in, little bit patchy, but slowly coming in. But this whole front area over here used to look like this, with nothing going on. Now you can see we got this whole area. We got some pumpkin plants going. There's 4 pumpkin plants. We have a watermelon plant. We got a Hugo Coulter mound here. We got some squash plants here got some squash blocks going in there. And the corn grew until I think it stunted. What we need to do is dig in a little bit deeper, more compost into the soil next year, so then the corn won't. It basically grew like really quick and grew nice, and then it just like stopped at about 4 to 5 feet. It should have gone up till 6 feet. This here, as you can see, got a watermelon here. I noticed there's another little baby right there. Another little baby. There was another baby somewhere. I'm like, where did that one go? Well, there's one over there. And I thought I noticed another baby somewhere over. Yeah, and right there. There's another little baby right there. So this plant right here already has 4 plants, and we've already harvested 3 watermelons from it. Although last week we probably should have waited. But what I really wanted to show you, got some eggplants coming up with an eggplant. Oh, and also the very first signs of a little baby pumpkin right there. Check that out. So, and it looks like there's ants all over it. I might have to take care of that. Got some basil. So that's a nice, like 1.5, 2 foot tall basil plant right there. So to give you, and this is like a 4 foot, 4x4 box right here. So let's do this. That's a 4x4 box, right? We go up and look at that. From like here to here, that's all one tomato plant, guys. This thing is ridiculous. We planted 2 tomato plants. Let me show you what happened to the other one. Look at this. I don't know what happened. That one like got devoured by the bugs. Got some bok choy growing, even some bok choy came out. The plants are here, but you can see this is like I believe 3.5, 4 foot right here, that section. I think this is like a 10 to 15 foot planter, and as you can see, that is all one tomato getting squashed up against there, so it would extend a little bit longer. And then you can see it's like overextending the box so much. It's crowded over some jalapeno plants that are in here. As you can see, there's a jalapeno plant that's just getting smothered now. There used to be a marigold somewhere in here. I don't know where that marigold went, but the marigold is smothered. We have another one right here, beautiful marigold, but there was one coming up, and I think it just got, oh, there it is. You can see it right there. The marigold is just smothered. It's not going to get enough sunlight to flower. But you can see this is producing tomatoes. Got tomatoes all in here. And it is just one stalk that then just grew. We didn't cage it. We allowed this to grow wild. I never thought in my whole life that this thing would grow this huge. This is ridiculous. I've never seen a tomato plant get like this. And you can see we got some beautiful tomatoes in here. I can probably harvest this one right here. This is huge. Oh my gosh. Feel that one. Look at that. That is nice. Look at that. From farm to table right there, guys. So there's one. Here, let me just put this on the plant right there so we don't get it too muddy. I'm going to take this one off too. I'll leave that green one in there. There's another one right there. Another one right there. Another one right there. I don't know if you can see that. Another one there. You got the two in here. So I need to go searching. See if we can find any more tomatoes that are all ready and red and ripe and time to be harvested. Do you see any reds? So that's the one thing that's going to be hard, is looking through all of this to then find the red in here. But it does stick out. There's another one right in there. See that? You just got to kind of look through. Look at that. That's beautiful. I might eat that one. And then I left this is mint right here, and I left the mint flowering. That way it could just drop seed, and then this will all become full of mint all right here. So that's cool. But let me see if I can find any more tomatoes. There's some good ones right there. I'll be able to take at least one, maybe two with me. Is there another one right there? What is that? Oh my gosh, that's like, yeah. There's something else under there. That thing's huge. I think it's another tomato. It looks white. Greenish white. Anything under here? It's like a big old jungle. You can see so many tomatoes though. Oops. Sorry. Somehow I pressed that. But you can see, look at tomatoes side by side. We got red pepper under here. And grab that. Where is it? A red pepper there. Any more tomatoes? So that's the hard thing that's going to happen here. Trying to find tomatoes in here. It's going to be a little bit difficult to do. But then we'll see the bright red. I don't really want to lift this up. I tried to lift it. There was one day when I came and it looked like the whole thing kind of fell over. And I think that's maybe what happened, was the winds blew the plant over. Oops. The winds blew the plant over this way. And so it kind of like fell over, and I think it re-rooted into itself this way. Then it started to grow back this way. And I know the rootstock is somewhere in here, back in here. But I don't think we would be able to see it. I can't believe this is one plant. Like, you might not believe me. You might be like, oh no, there's gotta be more. But we only planted two. I'm sure that I have photos of when we first planted it, and there was just one there and then one there, and then we planted marigolds around the whole back side, and then we had before we had a bunch of spinach, and now we have bok choy, and then we put in the peppers with the tomato, and this tomato like took over the life of that one. It's really awesome. I don't think I can find any more tomatoes. I'm gonna let you guys go because I am on the clock, but I am still working trying to find tomatoes. Oh yeah, and then we got these little peppers here, which I don't know if they're supposed to be little rounds like that. I don't know how hot and spicy those are. I'm kind of tempted to try them. Last week though, I tried one and it was actually sweet rather than, dang, there's more tomatoes even in there. It was sweet rather than spicy, almost like a bell pepper. So I don't know if that's a stunted bell pepper. Maybe this tomato like took all of the vitality from the peppers. I don't know, because they look small. They don't look like really big peppers. Usually jalapenos are a lot bigger than that. Like this here, that's some of the bigger ones, but not really too big. There's a couple more there. Still not too big. I don't see any like full size ones. Big old, oh, there's one. Okay, now we're talking. Now we're talking. Let me get in there. Yeah, see, that's like a 3 finger right there. A little bit bigger. All right, well, I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna try to search around here with my other hand too, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to find any more red ones. I think that's pretty much it. I think all the red ones are on the south side as well, where more of the sun has been hitting. So I think the ones on the north side will probably ripen later. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. This is one of the largest tomato plants. This is the largest tomato plant I've ever grown. But it is one of the largest tomato plants I've ever seen. I've seen some that were trained to grow up vertically and they were really tall, like, you know, 8 foot, 10 foot tall. But this thing is huge. This is massive. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. I'm Dan the Glass Man. You guys have a good day. I'm out.